And I guess we're live, which is great as usual. It's always nice to not have to have a seance to get in touch. Hey. Although that's usually not how I do it anyway. Seances are really very old hat. Although I have some respect for the people who pioneered that sort of thing. Really, there's no need. There I go yawning already. Oh my God. Really, there's no need to have a seance if you're a pretty hooked in medium most of the time. Unless you're, I guess, if you were calling somebody in particular and you wanted more than just you to be able to have some effects. I don't know. I'm just not a seancey type, but anyway, it's a spiritualism thing, but I'm not just. We never needed them, did we, folks? Not here. We didn't need a seance. We did ceremonies, right? So, hey, Richard, how you doing? So we got a long weekend here. Oh yeah, I want to preface this by saying I'm D. Ocean Swagger, and welcome to Deep Woo. And if you don't know what Deep Woo do, we do woo. We do Deep Woo, and we do not question here whether there are such things as life after death, cryptids like Sasquatch, or hauntings, or, you know, star people. we, we already know that something like that must exist because many experiencers have experienced it, including ourselves. So if you're an experiencer, you're welcome here. Most of us have experienced something. That's why we're here. If you haven't experienced something and you're just very curious, then I would advise you to just keep an open mind. I would also like to say that bear in mind that this is in the Matrix advice for those playing the Matrix game, the massively multiplayer total immersion VR game, The Matrix. And has nothing to do with real life, which takes place outside the Matrix. I'm sorry. Every time I say that, it gives me a chuckle. Yeah, I at least agree with Elon, where there's very little chance we're not in a matrix. But yeah, I don't see how this could possibly be based reality. But the more you look at it, I mean, the more you look deeply into some of this phenomena, it's like, oh, heck no. How could we miss that? Well, we've been trained to miss that. You know, we've been kind of brainwashed to miss this. So, oh yeah, uh-huh. So, Richard. Um, anyway, this is probably about the time I'll be coming on Sundays, and I might even make it a regular time. And I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Who we got now coming in? Brandy Robinson, hello. Hey, how you doing? Um, so tonight we're going to be doing readings, as I will be doing, probably getting back to my old schedule of doing readings at the new moon and the full moon, like we always used to. I'm feeling pretty good. Although I had a yawn right at the beginning there. I don't know. It's I don't feel bad though. I feel pretty good. I've been tired, but I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot more than I have been for a long time. So I actually think I'm doing quite a bit better than I was earlier for a while. Hey, you're a lovely light too, Brandy. Yes. Um, so I am fond of calling the regulars here my crew. So if you hear me talk about my crew, that's who I'm talking about. The crew here, the crew on the Woo ship. This is a Woo ship, 100%. Oh, Strangeland, hi. Oh, all's great. It's great. I'm finally feeling better. I'm finally getting through this transformational phase that I was going through. It was rough for a while. Just, but I made a deal with my guides, and if they uh, are telling me I need to get horizontal and rest, at this stage in my life, I can do that. So I'm going to do that. You know, if I get the ping that I'm needed somewhere else, that I need to lie down and let my spirit go somewhere else and do something else, or that I need some kind of work done on me, I'll take that now instead of just being forced by something to get rest, you know. And this is in my best interest, but of course we never think of that at the time, do we? We don't see it that way. But a lot of the time, you're kind of forced to take time off because you asked for something. You think about it, you asked for something and you weren't letting it happen. That's another thing I remind people of. This is intention setting time. New moon is a great time for intention setting. And being that we're in a retrograde, it's also a good time for looking back over what has happened and deciding what you're ready to delete. Okay. Good delete time. So who else is here? David Castle. Greetings and favor to you too, to everybody. So, we're probably waiting. I'm kind of waiting for people to show up to help me remember the order. But if you're here for a reading, we're just taking first come, first serve. And I'm going to be using my usual card that I love to read. And I don't read a book because I don't really need to read a book for these cards. I've been reading them for so long that pretty much have them meanings down. So let me get those out. Should have gotten them out before, but I got distracted. So while everybody is kind of filing in here, I will take this opportunity to pull them out. Okay. And here we go. And I think everybody If you've ever been here before and had a reading, you know how this goes. You get at least 2 cards. Sometimes if we need some more info, sometimes we'll pull another card or 2, as long as there's time. I'm trying to give everybody something, okay? Because I obviously can't give you all a full reading. If you want a full reading, you need to get a hold of me. Um, I'm on MeWe.com. It's free. You can join free. Um, it's kind of like Facebook without the data mining. I know I'll probably have to break down and get a Facebook page because everybody's got Facebook, but I'm sorry, I just don't like it very much. MeWe is more private. You can also reach me in the comments if you leave a comment and you want to get in touch. I read the comments after a video. So, and we'll talk. Right now, I don't have a dedicated phone line to this, but I'm considering getting a phone number to be able to be reached that way. Okay. But right now, I figure I'm taking care of my crew, the people that come in here on a regular basis, and some people who come in kind of randomly, get some idea of what we're going on about here. Let's see. I'm trying to read the comments, though. Yeah, Richard, staying away from Facebook. Yep. Oh, get the link to MeWe. Just look up MeWe.com. MEWE.com. It's very, very easy. MeWe. There will be something that's better than this, but I do have I made a Discord channel, but I don't really like Discord either. So I don't know. To my D Singer account. Oh, D Ocean Singer. Or on MeWe, David Castle. Great, I'll go look. Yeah, I have to get some kind of easier way for you guys to get in touch with me. I realize that. I am used to being kind of reclusive out of self-defense. I've had to be reclusive. It's a long story, but I'm still here. Yay. Uh, it's summertime. Oh, you're relaxing writing. Oh, that would be so nice. Richard. Okay, I'll look at all my messengers because Diana Singer on Facebook. Yeah, that's me on Facebook. If you want to get in touch with me on Facebook, it's Diana Singer, and there is a picture of me. So uh, you can get in touch with me that way, although, leave a comment or something so I look at it. Facebook makes my teeth itch or something. I have trouble with it. I'm sorry. We've got to turn this just a little bit. Well, in a minute, I'll turn it around. Hermit energy. Yeah. Uh, it's like I'm trying to be more social, I really am. But secretly, during lockdown, most of the time I was just glad that I didn't have to go to anything, that I wasn't required to be anywhere for most of the time. You know, it was like, yay, I don't have to be anywhere. I really kind of enjoyed that part, but I did get lonely. So I do get lonely from time to time. So I've got, I've got, maybe we'll tell ghost stories. Ghost story time. I've got a candle here. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna about to turn the candle around. Okay, so let's see. Somebody help me. Nobody's in here. Somebody help me keep it straight. Who came first? Looks like Richard, Brandy, Strange, David. Richard, Brandy, Strangeland, David. Now tomorrow, I'm hoping to come in. Uh, oh yeah, I have Cowboy. Yeah, mm, he was a blessing to have at this time. Just total blessing. And I have some cowboy stories too. But tomorrow, hoping to get in, there is a new healing modality opening up to us as humans. They've had it since the 90s. The elites have. We haven't. Now, what did I tell you? Healing was going to be sound and light in the future. I mentioned it on this program. Invasive medicine will be no more one day. It's not necessary. Things like operations and invasive stuff and poisons and stuff is just not necessary. And here, you know, you've heard of the med beds and all of that type of thing. Here it looks like they've had technology that involves this particular that I was hearing about involves light technology. And apparently the elites have been using it since the 90s. Is that any surprise? And I priced it. The cheapest unit is like $28,000. So is it any wonder rich people are using, you know, people with a lot of money who are in the know. And the reason she said she's actually had her life threatened lots of times um, because she came up with this technology. We'll have to talk about it. Dr. Michaels. We'll talk about that. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to do that tomorrow if everything goes right. Probably about the same time as today, about 8:30 or so, 8 to 8:30. Something like that. So it should be, Richard, it should be free. Everybody should be able to have this. But at least they're opening up to the general public now, which is a good sign. This may be a sign that things are changing. So yeah, she said she's had that her life's been in danger, but because she has these clients who are elite and military, she has been protected. Maybe the fact that she's announcing it now is a sign that things are shifting. I'm going to turn the camera around now and get ready for the actual reading so you can see the cards because it's getting kind of dark here. And I kind of like the dark atmosphere, you know, I kind of like, woo. Now I'm going to look blue for a while. because I've got the blue light on me. Yay, as the camera goes all over the place. Let me get the camera turned around for you. Okay, and here we go. Here is our candle. Let me see. Can you see the cards? Is that enough light to see the cards? You may have to put on some more lights. Doggone it all. Oh, once it's down, you can see it. Okay. Well, that's handy then. Let's see, I'll light another candle. You know, sometimes when it gets dark, I just like it to be dark, kind of. As the day draws down and up, there doesn't appear to be hardly any candle left to that candle. Whoops. Maybe I'd have to get another candle. I'm wondering what I got handy here. Anyway, maybe that's better. That's a little better. Kind of gives you that campfire feeling. Let's see. Okay, is that enough light? Can anybody see that, or do I need to get more light on the subject? If I have to, I will. Oh, the UFOs? Yeah, that was right out here, almost exactly facing the window that you're looking out of right there. If you'd walk out there, it would be almost exactly facing my window. So we need more light. Okay, we'll get more light. Hang on. I'll completely destroy the ambience so that you can actually see what we're doing. Okay, hang on just a minute. I'll give you a beautiful view of the candle while I'm doing this, I guess, or the window. How's that? You can look out the window. Chances are little cowboy will be getting up there at some point in his perch on the chair. Oh, somebody put something in his seat. I'm going to have to move that so that if he wants to get up, he can get up there. No, we can't put that here. This little cowboy's chair. That's my little kitty's chair. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I get more people a chance to fall in here. Lights. You coming, cowboy? You gonna come, or are you just gonna slink around? Okay. Do what you want, babe. Whew. Okay. Now, see, my eyes had gotten used to the light, but the camera is different. Usually needs more light. Okay. So, yeah, there's the view out my window. It's a parking lot, but it's a nice parking lot. And then out the window. Now that saucer pic wasn't, or that UFO pic wasn't this wasn't today or anything. Wasn't recent, but I haven't had a chance to take many pics around here for some reason. There's been a lot going on. I'm going to be out there more, though. I'll probably get some more coming in later. Okay, so we've got those remixed again. So, okay, now we're ready. Oh, we have a meteor shower coming. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. Well, yeah, and then they'll be using the meteor shower to say it was only the meteor shower that you were saying. It's like, right, right, sure. Okay, so the first one in was Richard Elmore. So, Richard, do you want a reading? Are you ready for a reading? Just type something. And if you do want a reading, just type stop because I'm shuffling these cards. And you know the rules. If you don't say stop, if I'm shuffling too long, I'm just going to stop and say, okay, this is it. Okay. Yes. Okay, so tell me when to stop. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of hearing stop. Hour of power. Something that makes you really feel good. It's like that person is standing in a ray of sunlight and just so happy. So basically, there's something coming up that's just going to make you so happy that you're just going to feel so happy and powerful. And maybe even what you were talking about, being able to ride because the weather is finally good. But it looks like it may be even more of that. But the card's little cheater thing down here says ritual of joy. So usually this is some kind of event that really makes you feel empowered, really makes you feel good. And it sounds like writing does that for you. So, same here, Richard. Tell me when to stop. And I'm watching. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Stop. Okay. Oh, skunk. Attracting people like you and repelling those who aren't. So sometimes this is romantically. So this could be a love interest, or this could be about finding friends who are like you to have fun with. But also, the skunk is about respect. And as I've said before, the skunk will give you 3 warnings And one of them is they stamp their feet. I believe the first one is they stamp their feet. The second one is they turn around. And the third one is they look over their shoulder and aim. And by that time, it's usually too late. So you see them stamping their feet and turning around, get the heck out of there. Stop bothering them. So, ah, well, I don't know. Is that what your question is going to be? If you want to ask that, we can definitely ask that. So, and I will check into that. I didn't know about that. Okay, so now let me see. Let me test this out. My cat's name is Jack. No. Okay. Off to a good start. His name is actually Cowboy. I named him Cowboy. Yes. Okay, pendulum's working fine. Are you ready to answer? Good. Did I explain these cards well enough? Is that the message we're trying to get to Richard? Is it's a good time. It looks like very good times for you. Very good times for you. Okay. Yeah. You've got some good events coming to you, some good times. I'm glad to hear it, Richard. If there is a particular event that this is about, this means that you'll gain respect and find people of like mind and repel those who aren't. If this is just a general thing, then same, but in a more general way. So, wow, that looks very good. Any questions about that? Okay, David G. Wait a minute, there is no David G. It's David C, isn't it? Yeah, we don't have a David G. It's a David C. Maybe it was just my eyes making it look like that. Okay, well, if you're gonna let David Castle go, that's fine with me, as long as it's fine with David. So let's ask that question. So, cards, what can you tell us about when Shatner, and I assume William Shatner, went for a ride on the other SS Clown? I don't understand the SS Clown at SS Clown. Oh. Or went for a ride with the other. Got you. We have less time than we think. What was going on there? Okay. Yeah. DC. Um, uh, on her fourth beer. Brandy, do you drink beer? I don't drink beer. Uh, but I like wine. I okay. So I'm just going to ask that question of the universe. The medicine bowl. Actually, I'm going to do a freaking reading on that. I'm going to do a freaking reading on that. What was that about? So this would be here. Healing Humor and opposites, whatever it is, it's not what you think it is, not what we the first conclusion we jump to. Cradle board, because this is a bigger question. This is just kind of like a question for everybody. Isn't that interesting? And there's the clown. This also is a good card for Mercury retrograde, by the way. Healing, humor, and opposites, the opposite of what you would think. Intention. Oh, it's just giving us a reading about get your intention. What do you want it to mean? This is something that could go either way, any way. I mean, this is not something that is set in stone that's going to happen. Either the timing nor the outcome is not going to be what people think. Cradle board is a birth, ability, and a responsibility, and whirling rainbow, unity, wholeness achieved. I think it looks like the events, this can mean a birth. The medicine bowl is a healing. And the humor, the opposites right across the responsibility, the smoke signals. So what's the intent? The unity looks to me, now I'm going to get more information when we pull the other cards for this. Yeah. Yeah, you got a point there. We have less time than we think. Oh, my phone does that too, Brandy. Hey, Wagon. Hi. Hi, Bliss B. How you doing? Hi. Frequent flyer points. Hey, B. A. B. A. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not Canadian. A. Yeah, 6 o'clock on Saturday. See, my helper is here from 4 to 8. So 6 o'clock is hard for me to get there. One of these times I'm going to get there on a Saturday. So let's see. We're talking about what did William Shatner see? What is he talking about? And that's a good darn question. Let's see if we can come up with any kind of intel. Oh, well, what we've got is worker. Here is somebody who does physical labor. Here is messages that should be listened to or read promptly. Messages coming in from spirit right over the Heyoka. I don't know about you, but strangely during During Mercury retrograde, I get a lot of messages. So it's some kind of healing taking place. Well, if he thought it was negative, it's actually not a negative thing. Or if it was assumed to be negative. Mouses look closely, though. Smoke signals at what the intentions are behind all this. And possum is on the cradle board kind, which is drama. Possum is always some kind of drama, but it can also be a play dead act, like an act of some sort, because they play dead very convincingly. The eagle is on top of the unity and wholeness achieved. Well, this would be a very positive reading, not a negative one at all. This is a healing over here in the east of the money and finance. Well, that's interesting. Maybe, well, I told you that there's a very good chance that our monetary system is going to go south very soon, very, very soon. If so, then this might refer to, because this is also the worker, a healing taking place in that direction, and that all of the things that actually Mercury represents over here in the east, money, communication, education, travel over here, and it looks like, especially for people who are workers, some and builders. Okay, they also are builders. So it looks like there are going to be changes. I'm thinking this may have something to do with changes in our economics. Humor and opposites with the message. Yeah, we're not getting, we either have misinterpreted the message or the message has been intentionally screwed with. Okay. It's not what we think or not what you think in some way. The intention, here's the intention. The mouse is look closer at the situation. That might be okay. This in the south here. South is summer, and it's also love. It can be love. It can be um, the child. It can be can just simply mean something that happens in the summer, which I kind of feel like it's what it's talking about. Smoke signals and the mouse. It's like look close at the intentions. This is positive. Something good. Something maybe scary, but good. Possum. Remember, it's a drama. I'm kind of getting it now. Okay. It's actually, there is a rebirth, but with the rebirth comes responsibility. Oh, I don't think it's going to be much longer before we have actually disclosure. This could very well be talking about disclosure, things flipping over, changing. It's very positive. The whirling rainbow is unity and wholeness achieved. This is a symbol of, this is America's national bird. That's also sometimes the symbol for money. I mean, sometimes when the eagle shows up, that has to do with our money because the eagle's on our money. But it's definitely a totem of the USA. So, but the eagle is lofty ideals. It's also the exalted Scorpio. Scorpio having more than one symbol, and actually some of the other ones have more than one symbol to attached to them. People don't realize that, zodiacal and otherwise. But yeah, the eagle, this kind of looks like something to do with the United States and money and our monetary system. I'm thinking it's talking about our monetary system being revamped due to some big changes that are coming about, and we'll be getting messages. Maybe the message we're going to be getting this summer is that everything you've been told is wrong. That would be the Heyoka and the hawk, the messenger on top of the contrary clown. Well, it looks like our system. It looks like it would be affecting mostly the US, but what affects the US usually affects almost everybody else. Um, Drama. I keep getting this is so much about drama. Uh, and responsibility. Oh, so it's not just a birth or a rebirth, because the bad isn't here, and that doesn't mean a death, okay? This is a birth, but with a birth comes responsibility. I'm getting this has to do with people having to take responsibility for for the drama inflicted responsibility. It looks like we're going to see responsibility be taken for the drama inflicted. Maybe people will be saying, you're responsible. It looks like what we've been talking about. We're probably going to have a collapse of our monetary system, but it's going to be replaced, and it's already being replaced. And everything's going to change. If this is that time, then let me see if I'm on the right track here with this. Am I on the right track or am I off track? I'm on track, very much so. I'm very much on the right track. Yeah, everything's changing, not just one thing. Everything. Everything's getting ready to change. So, ah, well, there's a lot of Scorpios. I'm a Sag, I'm just right after you. Or in the newer, I'm a Ophiuchus, a Serpentarius, whatever they call that new one. But yeah, I was a Sagittarius all these years. Yeah. It looks to me like the monetary system gets revamped, everything getting revamped, everything getting changed, even the way we do business, even the way that we communicate. Everything is getting ready for a big change, and we've known this though. But we have known this, but you got to realize that most people don't. They only see everything collapsing, is what it looks like. You know, to them, it probably just looks like everything is collapsing. But if you've been here and you've been awake, you know that the collapsing comes with a promise of better times. And this is a good card to be right in the middle here. Unity. Instead of being split. See, what's been trying to happen is the parasites, whatever you want to call them, troublemakers, have been wanting division and have been sowing division at every turn. And unity is what we need. And it looks like somehow things culminate instead of splitting us up and people going crazy. These changes are actually going to bring unity. And I think it's going to be a lot of stuff. I think probably what he's seen is we're not alone, not by a long shot. I think that's what everybody's seeing that goes that way, is like we're not alone. And our whole idea of reality is about to shift. Yeah. Love will keep us together. Yeah, it's time. Things are changing big time. And it's good. It's actually good in the end. Although, yeah, and healing, this is something we've been needing. It's going to heal, probably medicine. Our medicine's going to change. Our communication's going to change. Our government's going to change its way of dealing. Um, People are going to be having to take responsibility for their drama. And I see, particularly, we're going to find a lot of things in the world of entertainment. You know what? It may be true. I'm almost thinking, is it true? Are most of what we see now doubles for the celebrities? Are the celebrities? Whoa, look at this. Yeah. We're going to find out that most of our celebrities are gone. They've been rounded up. Look at that, the weasel. Victory. This is a big win. This is a win. Yay. It won't be long now. We don't have that much longer. Well, it wasn't a bad thing this time. It wasn't, although some people might see it that way. They might see it, depending on how they've been programmed to see these things as bad. But in actuality, what I'm looking like here is not bad. Not at all. Hey, Denali made it in. Yeah, paid actors, whatever. Yeah. And basically uh another reader was getting that it wasn't done. The doubles were not put there by the dark hats, or some of them might have been at first, but it was actually just to keep people from flipping out. That Will Smith, when we looked deeper into, somebody said that's not Will Smith. It doesn't quite look like him. I found pictures of Will Smith that looks really shady. I mean, it really doesn't look like the same guy at all. And a lot of them don't quite look the same. I mean, even taking into account aging. So I think what we find out is the tricks, because Weasel is a crafty little thing. He's a good talker. He's a quick talker. He's good at convincing people of things. He's good at weaseling his way through. See, so the weasel, but they also are good at finding things out. The weasel's kind of interesting. They present him in this deck as one of the trickster cards, one of the tricky cards. So we've got a big victory coming. We should be very happy about this. Yeah, the Masons, they didn't really start off bad, but they got infiltrated like every other thing. Um, Everything got infiltrated, everything, just every darn thing. Yeah, I think this is giving us some very, very positive. This is giving me a lot of hope. I'm happy. Okay, so is this right? I mean, our elected officials, them too, they're doubles too, and our unelected officials. Yeah, I mean, this goes for politics. A lot of the people in politics aren't who they seem to be. Yep, it's swinging really heavy. A lot of people in entertainment aren't who they seem to be. Yep, everything's fake. And yeah, this other reader was getting that it wasn't necessarily done by in any evil for evil reasons, as some people might think. It was done to keep people from flipping out that everything is wrong. Everything they know is wrong. If you lay that on people just like that haven't been aware of all this time, people are going to flip out. So what do you mean these people aren't who they seem to be? What do you mean everything is fake? Nothing is real. What are you talking about? You guys are crazy. Ah, as it's getting less and less. Isn't it getting more unreal? It's getting harder to believe anyway for anybody to believe. I mean, so many people looked at that whole Will Smith thing and said, that was not real. I mean, I really think I saw more comments to the effect of that was not real than people thinking it was real and reacting like that. Yeah, it's all a show. It's so when we see that, yeah, their time is done. When we see this happen, it's going to be really cool for us, but for some people, it's going to be crazy. Everything just went nuts on them, right? Yeah, the bunny funders and all of that stuff. All of these people, um, culture is changing. Yes, definitely. The whole culture is changing. Everything is everything is changing, and it's actually going to end up being a good thing. A whole world, yeah, not the one world government. No, not that, but a unified world. A unified world. Right, watching TV. I've seen some TV. I started to look at TV just for curiosity. Yeah, I'm like that too. Like, what the cognitive dissonance Super Bowl? David, I like that. I absolutely like that. That's that cognitive. Oh, wagons come. Absolutely absurd, and some folks are roped in. Yes, it is. For some, will be the cognitive dissonance Super Bowl. I think that needs to be on a T-shirt. I'm gonna make that T-shirt. Cognitive dissonance Super Bowl. Oh my God. Silly rabbits. Tricks are for Heyokas. Yeah. This is going to be great for us. We're going to be sitting here going, well, we told you so. We tried to tell you. Oh, this is going to be great. And see, I think the reason the worker is here because workers are not going to get thrown under the bus this time. No more of this trickle down BS. The only thing that really trickles down rolls downhill. Do I have to say it? Yep. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, yeah. The watching the ads and TV with more commercials than program. Yeah, crazy. Well, since I have been off, since I have been changing my diet and my lifestyle yet again to make myself healthier, to get into a healthier frame of mind and a whole healthier frame of body, I have noticed that one thing is very clear. We have been heavily poisoned. That's another thing. Oh, oops, sorry we destroyed your reality. You're on a roll tonight, David. You really are on a roll. David is really would be good, and Brandy. Oh, we're in rare form tonight, man. Sorry. We That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yes, indeedy. And yes, indeedy. Everybody is so funny tonight. Yeah, falling in love with bondage hive must be exactly, exactly. I'm looking back over your comments. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so funny. The world's a stage, and it really is. And then we find out that really it is. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Well, me too, Denali. I got burned too. I was right there with you. Yeah, this inverted matrix is just about over. But when people see how very inverted it is, some people are going to they are going to freak out. And it'll be up to the rest of us to kind of console them. But yeah, um, this has been an attempt, okay, a very tricky attempt to wake up the last few people before the final reveal to kind of get people ready. Hey, this cannot possibly be real, can it? And to get people to realize not only how fake it is, but how they've been misled and how they've been duped and how they've been all of this usury and this um, fraud and every other thing that's been done to them is to get them to realize it and start to question. Because once they start to question, then the mind opens a bit and they can start to accept what's real, what's really going on, which, yeah, reflections. Hey, some of you, smoking mirror, an otter. Yeah, we'll have a little fun here. This is the have fun card, and this is the looking at yourself, taking a look at yourself and reflecting, taking a look at yourself and taking a look at. But you know what? For some reason, it's a mirror. Are we going to see Stargate technology being announced? People keep talking, and I've seen so many references to Stargate. So many references. In fact, somebody else was talking about how what they were getting was the information they were getting was that the pizza related stuff was actually not just what we've been told, like, youth and so on, but actually to open stargates. And that was the reason that DT, Donald, had to go. That was all being disrupted. because of shutting down the rings, the trafficking. So he had to go. He was really killing their game. But now we hear that there was so much of this going on in the Ukraine. And now we have a war in the Ukraine. And I am telling you. Hmm. Oh, be careful about what compost you dye. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, what is this? Yes. Everybody having a party. Absolutely. We've only just begun. Indeed. Oh, the Pixie Poxy, the Loxy Pox. Yeah. Another BS thing. Um, well, did you know that they were selling a Princess Denali? Did you know that they were in places like Wally Mart and other places? They were actually selling plants to attract hummingbirds and bees that were poisoned, sprayed, that had neonics on them. So any bees that you would attract would be killed. So this does not surprise me that they would be selling compost that contains herbicides. Ah, put your own compost on everything. Don't buy compost. Make your own. It's so easy, really. Oh, sure, you can be Frodo. Yeah. Precious. Yeah. Doesn't surprise. Oh, gosh. Hunger Games. Yeah, that's just it. I think what they wanted was Hunger Games. But uh, that's not going to happen. See, what I see and what I've been seeing is every single thing that they have done, and I mean the baddies, everything that they have planned, that they put in place, every dang thing for quite some time now has gone south on them, has turned pear shaped real quick. What did I tell you? The smarter ones are gone already. They're out of the picture. All we got here is lackeys, the ones that, you know, can't think their way out of a paper bag, right? I mean, they're not too bright or they wouldn't have gotten involved in the first place, you know? And if they're not even who they appear to be, if they're just, I mean, they could just be actors, you know, they could just be, I don't know about the clones, although my pendulum's been saying, yeah, clones exist. There could even be some AI walking around. We don't know. All I know is that I've noticed it too. Um, a lot of the people that we're supposed to be seeing it's supposed to be happening now, they either look too young or they don't look like themselves. The facial proportions are different, stuff like that. It's not them. And I'm going to ask, because recently this Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing, are they who they are supposed to be? I mean, or are they somebody else? So it's stopping. Are you going to tell us? Oh my gosh, it's stalled dead. Maybe I'm not asking the question right. Is Johnny Depp Johnny Depp? It's barely moving. Now it's saying no. That's what I thought. His voice seems to have lowered in the last few years. A lot. He's not Johnny Depp. How about Amber Heard? Is she even Amber Heard? Not much energy in it, like it doesn't want, like it's having trouble, but no, they're not even who they seem to be. Is this a play? That's a play too, right? That's a play. Distraction. Yeah, they're just a distraction. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Johnny Depp is a character. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Was Amber Heard a handler? Is Amber a handler? Amber a handler? Amber a hand? Yes. Oh, wow. I think you're right, Denali. Okay, so Johnny Depp is a character already. He's already a character. Yes. That isn't, he never was Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp never was who he intended, who he was claimed to be. Maybe when he was, no, it says no. At one time, Johnny Depp. Okay, so at one time, Johnny Depp was really him, probably when he was very young, before his voice shifted so much. Yep. Yeah, see, his voice changed a lot, and I mean a lot. And I was thinking, something's wrong here. That does not sound like him. And now they're trying to make it look like it's because he's older and he's abused and so on, but he's not got Johnny's voice. Johnny is a character from get go, though. I was going to say from Jump, then it made me think of Jump Street. Uh, oh, Shaun of the Dead. I got to watch that. I've heard about that. Shaun of the Dead sounds like fun. Uh, uh, that's right. Everything always looks the darkest before the main character starts to believe in themselves. Exactly. All the best movie follow the hero's journey, and this is what we've been stuck in for a long, long time. And people don't realize that we have been stuck in the pattern of the hero's journey. Why? Because this whole thing's been programmed, right? And so, of course, it's a program. Hero's journey is a program. Everything's a program. And look, I'm sitting here. If people don't believe that this is a matrix, okay, that what we've got here is some kind of a matrix, I will ask you, why then is every freaking thing boiled down to code? Because I mean, our DNA is a code, our RNA is a code. If you look at molecules, it actually looks more like a code, doesn't it? I mean, everything is off on, light dark, duality, this, that, zeros and ones. Everything is a duality. Of course, it's a code. And now, what are we seeing? What? There, advancement. See, that's the positive card. Yes, advance to the next level. That is an advance to the next level. Yep. Interesting. Before Z Day. Before Z Day. Okay. Ask if Paul McCartney died long ago. Okay, and since this is a kind of for everybody reading, and there aren't that many of us here, I can do that. I can do a reading like that. This doesn't have to be individual interpretation reading. So this can be. Thank you for asking questions on behalf of everybody. I guess you all are getting to the point where you believe in yourselves enough that you know where to put your intentions. Okay. Now, let's see. Paul McCartney, did he die long ago? That would be a pendulum yes no thing, wouldn't it? Pendulum. Okay. Paul McCartney, did he really? Goes right to yes. Immediately, he really did. Stop. So, is the McCartney that did Wings a clone? No. No, he's not a clone. He's just he's just a double. He is just a double that they. Okay, stop. Is he like some kind of relative of Paul's? No. So he's just some guy they found to be Paul. You saw it. I didn't do that. You saw that. Oh my God. Remember, see, yes, and this way is no on this. That's why I put this here so you can see, obviously. Oh my gosh. Need to watch it before Shaun of the Dead? Yeah. Right up there. Is it right up there with Idiotocracy and wow. That said he was replaced. Yeah. I think everything, yeah, changes. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm doing personal readings. I can do personal readings, or some people have been asking me to do just readings. I don't mind. We're a small enough group that I'm not going to be here all night doing personal readings because a lot of people who just come up and, what, does my boyfriend love me or whatever are not coming in right now. So um, there isn't any of that at this point. So I've got some time and energy. I can actually ask all kinds of questions if you want. If you want to think of questions, just keep asking them. We'll find out. I'm just as interested in you as does somebody, but first of all, what I'll ask is, Brandy, did you want to know anything personal? Or do you just want to keep asking? If you want to keep asking these types of questions, I'm fine with it. I don't care. But does somebody need a personal reading? Does somebody in this crowd right here that we have, do you want or need a particular personal reading? If so, please tell me and we'll do it. Okay. And then we'll go back. Okay, what line of work? Okay, tell me when to stop. But no, I love this kind of thing. Sure. I would love to find out myself some of this stuff. Um, Tell me when to stop. Yeah, I kind of like the group thing. I do. A whole new world with new horizons to pursue. I'll chase them anywhere. It's time to share. A whole new world with you. Stop. Oh, I got chills. I got chills when I was singing that. Moon Lodge is retreat. And you were asking, what should I pursue as a job? What line of work? Oh, you haven't heard anything yet, Hiveless Bee. I sing all the time. I am a singer. Um, Moon Lodge. This would be working with women. This would be retreat. Uh, okay, I'll explain what the Moon Lodge was. It was during that time of month, women would go to the Moon Lodge and they would be asked to not work for 3 days. I mean, they were not to do any kind of work for 3 days while the monthly thing was happening. They would spend time with other women. They were not to be around men. The only stuff they would do is just what, maybe a little craft stuff that they wanted to do, maybe some kind of inward searching, taking care of children, just stuff like that. They were not required to do any actual work at that time. So it's almost like if you are not thinking about going into some kind of a retreat based, it could be you want to do retreats, or it could be that you're being told that you need to take a break. So I'm almost thinking you're being told you need to take a break for a little while. Oh, Moon Dance is one of my best songs. Oh, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to tremble and hush. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Oh, I hope I didn't blow anybody out there. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So, really, almost seems to me like maybe, although you could go into that kind of work, that could be the kind of work you do, something related to that. Almost seems like you need to take a few days and just um well, let's see what this card says. Tell me when to stop. Don't worry, I'll do some more singing. You like it? Sure. I sing all the time. I love to sing. I sing to Cowboy a lot. He likes it. Cats like that kind of thing. They like you to sing to them and talk to them. I tell him he's my little cowboy. He's my little cowboy. I make up songs about him. He likes it. I can't remember that one, but I'm going to have to look that up. Killing Moon. Tell me when to stop shuffling. Brandy. Stop. Okay. Oh, stop. Um, Lizard. Ooh, really? The lizard is about the difference between shade and shadow. It says usually when the lizard comes up, something is smoky or unclear, not clear. And you need to look differently at the situation and clear the smoke, clear the waves, clear the decks. You need to see the lizard is about a but you know what? With what we're dealing with, lizard could actually mean lizards. uh I'm thinking you need to just take a break and think about it and consider what your truth is, Brandy, because I can, you know, it says innocence in the inner child. The miracle card. Well, this is South Shield. It may, when you do choose to go into something, it may have something to do with women or children or both, or women and children. Um, this would be also, could also be physical fitness, could also be, but a lot of times, since this is inner child, or you could be actually dealing with people's inner child. And here's the miracle card, which, interestingly enough, if there was a picture there, it would be a bumblebee. Joker, a smoker, and a midnight toker. Oh my gosh, really? You saw? Whoa. Some call him the space cowboy. Some call him the gangster of love. Some people call him Maurice. He doesn't answer to that. 'Cause he's a cat. He likes cowboy. He will answer to cowboy. That's just the thing. The name they told me, he wouldn't answer to it. So I just called him cowboy and he came right over. Yeah, not all lizards are bad. I have known some lizards. I knew a guy told me right out that's what he was. I never saw his eyes change, but I will say his eyes were very strange looking. His eyes were look like clear glass. The blue looked like clear glass marbles. Almost not real. And his teeth were so unnaturally white that they glowed in the black light. And he was very weird. I mean, everybody just thought he was very nice, but he was very weird. Very, very weird. I mean, he was a weirdo and still is. So, oh, you have a lizard that visits every day and you named him Bob. That's cute. Drake, how you doing? Okay, let's see. Brandy, let me make sure we got Brandy taken care of. Brandy, are we okay with you now? Are you good with that? We have few enough people that I can go back and ask more if you need. But is that what Brandy needed to know? Yes. Okay, that's what she needs to know. Take a little time out, you'll see the clear way. What you need to do is, and then maybe maybe you will be doing actual retreats. I don't know. Or maybe you need to go to a retreat. That's another possible meaning of that. Okay. So is it okay? Who was next? I don't even remember who was next. Who is next? Well, it can be Hiveless B. We don't have to go in particular order if you guys don't get mad if we do. I say Hiveless B is new. Let's get Hiveless B in here. Let Hiveless B have a reading. Is that okay with the rest of you guys? Okay. I am. Hiveless B is new and never had a reading, so we're gonna do this. It's a good question. Okay, Hiveless. What you're gonna do is think about the question, tell me when to stop, and just type stop. Yeah, I love the group questions, so that is really fun. Self-sacrifice. It's kind of interesting. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this card. That's a Sundance card, by the way. I'll tell you about the Sundance if you don't know about it already. What the Sundance is about. But we'll go more in detail. So these cards were made for teaching. So I'm waiting to hear another stop from you. Interesting. Wow. Look at that. An owl. Whoa. Oh. And the question was, in what area should my next main focus for purification be? What still needs to be brought out of the shadows, enlightened, and sticking points? Can it be any more interesting than this? The Sundance, self-sacrifice. In what ways have you been sacrificing yourself? Your shadow is has been you've been in some way sacrificing yourself. Now, this was not a negative card. The Sundance itself was not a negative card necessarily. Sometimes you have to sacrifice something. Sometimes something must be sacrificed. You have to look at that concept in your life, is what it's saying, the idea of sacrifice and self-sacrifice. Now, the Sundance was done because because the way that they saw it, or the way that they see it, women give their blood every month and their pain to make the next generation. And these men, it was always men who did the Sundance, they would go through this flying dance, very painful. You'd have to get yourself ready months in advance for this, because literally there are spikes of wood in your flesh. That is how you're attached to the pool. And it is very painful. It does involve blood. And this is sort of oh, and by the way, when you get to the bottom, you're supposed to lean back and rip those spikes out so that they literally rip through the flesh. So it's a very, uh, how would you say it? It's kind of it's a macho event, but it isn't that, men are superior or anything type macho. It's more like a tribute to women, as in, yeah, we're willing to share the blood and the pain that women go through in order to bring life. We're willing to help with that, and then uh, it's said that the men who have gone through the sun dance are very marriageable, considered very, very marriageable, very popular. You want one of these because they really get it. So that was the way it was explained, at least in the Jamie Sams book. The owl is the feminine side of, or the dark side, can be the dark side, the night side, let's put it that way. The night side of the eagle. It's a feminine energy. It takes the place of what the eagle does in the day, the owl does at night. But as you know, the owl has other connotations too. And I mean, we're all pretty aware. I'm sure anybody coming here is aware of some of the meanings of the owl. And I mean, one of them being, certain ceremonies, right? Done in a grove. But also, the owl is related to UFOs. I mean, people usually experience owls just before or after they see UFOs, around the time that they see UFOs. Um, and I'm going to have to uh, look a little bit at what you're. See, I love bees because I'll have to tell you some stories when you're here. I'll tell you some stories about bees, but um, so anyway, yeah, there's wisdom attached to it. There's also um, I wouldn't be surprised if you get either some visits or some contact by star people soon, if you haven't already. Hiveless. Does B need to ask the owl to protect? I'm not particularly getting that, but well, that's not the question somehow. It's going in a circle. Doesn't really need to, could. Uh, doesn't really need to. Am I on the right track though with this reading? Is this telling B what she needs to know? Yes. Okay, I'm on the right track. This is things that happen at night rather than day. It's usually feminine medicine, once again. Um, it's things that happen in the darkness, not the light. Um, not and also owl is associated in some cultures. It's the same word for ghost. It's also called. Its feathers are called deceiver feathers because it flies silently. You can't hear it coming. It doesn't make a noise. That's how it sneaks up on its prey. And once again, people see owls around the time that they get abducted, okay, or see UFOs. All this could be some of your studies, okay? I think you are on the right path. Yeah. Oh, he. Somebody called you a she. I thought they knew. Okay, Hiveless B, you're a he. Thank you for telling me, and thank you for not being confused. Yeah, I agree. I think you're on the right path. And I think this is just a little going in a little deeper on what you're already doing. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a deuce, another roller in the night. Blinded by the light. Yeah, yeah. So all of that, if that applies, and you know what? Sometimes I have no idea how this applies to the person, but they do. When they look at it, it applies. So, are you a couple? How cute. Okay, I see. Cool. Yeah, BB. BB. Hey, BB. Okay. A B. Yeah, I think you are. I get that feeling too. You're just looking for maybe any little hints, pointers, little maybe crib notes. What am I, what should I pay more attention to? Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it right. Don't worry about it. Who's next? I have totally forgotten. I can't remember. Oh, we're having a lot of fun tonight. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, we're having fun tonight. Okay. They loved their BB. Yeah. Yeah, we're having fun. Okay, so who's next? Does anybody need a personal reading? And then, we can go do some group things. We can ask questions about anything. I don't care. I'll do my best to answer them with the cards and the pendulum. You know, as much as I can get. I'll wait just a moment here and see if anybody really is in need of a personal reading. Is anybody that came in wanting a personal reading? Because if you do, just shout it out and we'll do that. Okay. But if not, think up some more good questions, folks. What do you want to know? What is going on that you want to know about? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Can I first tell you that I don't, another reader got that Elon isn't Elon either. And might somebody else got that he might actually be an ET. I have been getting for a long time that he's an ET. He's not even from here necessarily. You know what I mean? So uh, we'll ask about it, but I don't think. Okay, first of all, let's go back a little bit before we answer that particular one. Is this Elon that we're seeing, is he even Elon Musk? Is he even the original Elon Musk, the public figure that we are seeing now? What do you mean you don't want to answer? Something weird about it? Oh, it's going very slowly back and forth. You know what? It's like I think there's some things that is hard for it to answer for some reason. It's being hidden. Is that what's going on? Are things being hidden? And so you're having a hard time? Okay, let's try it again. Boost. Okay, block. Okay, now, no. Okay, is Elon the same Elon? No. No, he was not. He's not the same guy. Okay, so is he an alien, an ET of some? He's an ET. So is he something is protecting, is trying to block this reading? Is that what's going on? Yes. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. He is and is not. Well, he would be a hybrid human. I would go for that. Is he like a hybrid human? Yeah. Yeah. It's looking like, but there isn't much energy. Look at how restricted that movement is. It's like it's trying really hard to tell us, okay, so, or is he a flat out ET? No, he's a hybrid. Right. And he's not the original Elon. Right. Holy cow. Okay. Is is he helping or hurting? Now, is he a white hat? Is he helping? Okay, this Elon appears to be helping. Was he ever not a white hat? It looks like he wasn't always a white hat. I'm going to do some cards on Elon. Sacrifice. Something's gone. Something was sacrificed. Okay. Great mystery. There's the star people. Okay. Introspection, goals, self-expression. Yeah. He's not, he's either a walk-in, he's probably a hybrid. It looks like he's definitely a hybrid. He might even be a walk-in. He is not the same guy he was. There has been a change of some sort. There's been a sacrifice. Well, I heard that he is pulled back from the deal because he says Twitter's not being honest about how many of their accounts are actually bots. He says it looks like it's more like 20% when they're saying it's only maybe 5. Down here, the original source in the realm of Yeah, summer, love, etc., etc. Everything. This, yeah, yeah. This is great mystery. There's star people going on here. Self-expression is a goal. More self-expression. This is expressing yourself, which is what Twitter was for. So he really does want better self-expression. Up in the place of the elder or the home is healing medicine bowl. It looks like something positive. And the West Shield, introspection and goals, that's also water. That's also in the autumn. And since we've got self-expression, this thing will probably drag on until the autumn. Um, this whole thing that he's doing. So, yep, but a sacrifice was made. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's okay. Now, you know what? And some of these people wouldn't even necessarily know themselves. There might have been things changed around. If he had a near death or something, he could have had a walk-in experience or anything. What happened with Elon? Okay, well, tell us more about this Elon guy. Well, records and knowing from distant times. Interesting. And there's the star again. And there's the whale tail. In the realm of communication. Okay, so he knows a lot more. He knows a lot more about what's going on than most of us. He knows a lot. I mean, aside from the fact of being a genius, this is information that goes way back. So he knows a freak of a lot. Once again, here's the internet. In this case, I'd almost bet this is really talking about I would say this is talking both of these. This is all about the internet, okay? Definitely, because the spider can also be, the web can also be the net, the one who builds the net, okay? Involved with the net, involved with records, and this is knowing. And yeah, I got a question. Is he one of us? Is the guy that is being Elon now, is he one of us? And that's a very clear yes. He's one of us. You guys, Elon's from the library. Elon's from the library. Yes. You gotta go. Okay, we didn't do wagon. We'll have to do wagon next time. I owe wagon a reading. Oh, well, thank you, Hiveless. I hope I can get to yours sometime soon. It's just at a kind of a bad time for me, but I want to come. Is David Icke a reptilian? That's another good question. We'll ask. Yeah, mostly hybrids left here. You're right, David. I think you're right. Ah, yeah, yeah. I've got that there that he's one of us. The person who is him now is who is Elon actually knows about the library. He knows about all this stuff. He knows more than people think. Right. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Let's see what else it says about him. The dolphin, mana, illusion, The world of illusion. Gosh, this is a very powerful reading, people. Have patience. Rome wasn't built in a day. The ant is very strong, but it can't build an ant hill in a day. I mean, it takes a lot of patience to build an ant hill. You got to do it one grain at a time, right? So we'll see the fruits of this probably in the winter of whatever's going on here. I'm getting that the illusion, use your illusion. This is also about breathing, can be about breathing. But right across here and on top of this self-expression card and across from the whale here, another watery card, both cetaceans. Well, I know that some of the cetacean people come from our area. So we're allies or related to the cetacean people. So this, okay. The mountain lion is a leader, a solitary leader. And that is a female mountain lion, but they're solitary hunters. They don't hunt in packs, but this is a leadership card. So in some way, he's going to be some kind of a leader, or is some kind of a leader. West Shield, that's the area of goals and dreams. Yes, that is the direction it's heading in. He is going to be some kind of a leader. And that kind of makes sense, the way he's going. Yep, world of illusion, absolutely. Absolutely. He knows a lot about this illusion. And I also get that what he says things just to provoke things. He might even, and I'm not sure about this. Okay, am I on the right track with this reading so far? Am I getting this right? Am I getting it right here? Yeah. So is there anything I'm not seeing about this? Is there something that I need to look at a little more? Yes. Looks like yes, there is a little bit more to this story. Okay. What do we got? Fire medicine. Wow. Okay. I don't know why. Once again, you know what? He might be. Every time he pulls back from this Twitter deal, yeah, he's one that agrees that this is a hologram, that this is a basically hollow fractal. It's basically hollow fractal, kind of like a fractal, kind of like a hologram, kind of the idea of a combination of both. So, yeah, the chances of this being, he's the one that said, chances of this being base reality are infinitesimal. And I hope I said that right. Infinitesimal. So, yeah, he's with us. Transcendence, yeah, I got to see that again. We got to watch that again. Yeah, yeah. He knows. He knows. He knows that it is. He's just saying it that way because he's smart and he knows if he says it any other way, they'll say he's crazy. They already think he's a little crazy, but he's telling the truth. Now listen, here's a theory. Is this theory that I'm about to express, does it hold some water? Is he destroying Twitter? Is he just destroying Twitter? Twitter's worth and credibility? A strong yes. Okay, what's really going on with the Twitter deal? Every time he pulls back from the deal, Twitter loses money, loses value. They're worth less and less. As he goes in and digs out stuff about Twitter, people are like, oh, and they're pulling out. And just him threatening to take it over are causing people to pull out of Twitter. And on the other side, some people are now looking at Twitter differently. Its value is declining on the stock market. They're kind of losing their shirts on this deal, making this deal. They're trying to fudge the numbers, and he's not letting them. He's upset. This can be passion, and it may well be passion, but I think in this case, it's anger. He's pissed. He didn't like the way Twitter was being run. He didn't like that whole thing. Uh, he didn't like anything about it, about the way it was being run or anything. So he's angry and he is screwing them over. He will get them to where they're not worth very much. And they'll have to bring either. Now, is he doing it to bring the price down, or is he just doing it to mess with Twitter? A lot of viewpoint. Well, it could be both. But there's more than one person involved in this. Yeah. He wants more options. They're trying to put money is a factor. Yeah, and higher values. Eagle is also about higher values. Okay. So basically, he wants to hold them accountable. But also, if they're scummy, he wants to mess with them. He's messing with their value. Every time he pulls back his deal and says you're not on the up and up, they lose value. And that is a good thing for him. And that's maybe a good thing for us too, because people look at it differently. How does that sound for a look into this? That is what I see. He's messing with them. He's playing with them. Remember, he's a genius. He's smarter than they are. So he's playing his game. He's playing I see him playing a game with him. He's playing poker. And in the meantime, he's ruining them. That's interesting. He's playing poker with them. And he has got a very good poker face. He really does. I have been weirded out by his face. I mean, I look at his face. It's a little weird, really. Um, Look, my phone is running out of juice. I like these group sessions. I'm going to have to recharge my phone to do any further work here. Um, I need my little power bank, but I don't have it with me. I lost my cord thing to it. I have to find it again. So I can't just plug it in, but I am going to recharge it. It's 10:30 already. If I can be back on again tonight, if you want me to come on back again tonight, I might be able to tonight, or otherwise I'll come in tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to come in tomorrow. That would probably be for the best, and do another couple hours tomorrow, probably around the same time, if that's okay with you guys. I'm going to have to shut it down now. We've gone 2 hours. Um, sorry about that. This is all the time we had for now. We got about 2 hours, but I love these questions, guys. Keep it up. Um, I'll be back in, really. Yeah, tomorrow. I love you. Take care. Remember, truth is where you find it, and you are divine. Don't forget, you create. So create well. See you next time. Dream well.